The Chicago music scene has given us a great deal of great music. I've covered a lot of bands from there and from other parts of Illinois, but for this two-part episode I'll be going over arguably one of their most popular exports. Fall Out Boy formed all the way back in 2001 in Chicago by bassist Pete Wentz and guitarist Joe Troman. Eventual vocalist Patrick Stump was initially their drummer, with Ben Rose becoming the main man on the stick shortly after that, and they would bring in guitarist TJ Kunash to round out their first lineup. Thanks to Pete's connections in the Chicago hardcore scene as a wee bit of a celeb, his influence drove a lot of the early suggestions, including him being a Simpsons fan, hence the band's name of Fall Out Boy, because that's a character from that show. The name came to them during a performance with a band called The Killing Tree. If that band name is familiar, that's the band that Tim McKell, Wrath of Rise Against used to be in. The band did record a demo in Wisconsin with drummer Jared Logan of Seven Plagues, Seven Angels, who Pete Wentz knew because Pete Wentz knew everyone back then. A couple more people would come and go as well, with Patrick, Pete, TJ and Joe all still remaining, and a couple of other drummers in between as well. Their initial demo would start getting buzz, and Uprising Records head honcho Sean Mataki would get word of it. Sean released the demo as a split EP with a band called Project Rocket, and not long after Fall Out Boy would drop their first EP titled Fall Out Boy's Evening Out With Your Girlfriend. TJ would soon leave, and Andy Hurley of Project Rocket would join Fall Out Boy as their drummer, thus making them a quartet, and they would later get signed to Fueled by Ramen, and the rest is history. Well, it's two-part history at least, especially as there's a lot to cover for these guys, so I'll try and get as much done as I can for the full thing, which I'm looking forward to as I've only heard all their stuff since their reformation. As for what's next for me, hopefully part 1 of the full episode tomorrow, then part 2 the day after that, and tomorrow night PPW vs ABW season 4 episode 2. And at some point this week, after the Fall Out Boy thing is complete, another episode of Music of the Week. I'm really looking forward to doing this full episode though, and as always, thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye bye. Remember, Sophie, I did technically ask you to ask for it, but still, you asked for it.